when everyone thought the story was really over. A twist appeared that made the public turn their heads again. Unexpected twist phase, a phase in which it is not new facts that emerge, but the way in which the public sees these stories changes drastically. Collision from rumor to phenomenon, what a surprise! This issue began to be discussed not as gossip but as an example of how rumors can develop, and so the subject of discussion in the entertainment community. It's a phenomenon brain netizen. This is a unique viral case, comments change direction. This is a real example of the snowball effect. At first it was small, then it became big. Interesting not because of the content, but the process. Magnifying glass tilted left, total shifted focus. Now the discussion over to how rumors can go viral, how the public shapes the narrative, and how can perception change. It's no longer about their relationship. Warning: unexpected impact. Although rumors are not proven, name and still get great attention. Increased engagement and popularity remains high. Hourglass not done. Current situationo new issues. But the discussion lives on in a different form, and the story turns into a public case study. Direct hit conclusion. Unexpected twist phase: backhand index pointing right that not all viral stories end with facts. Some end as phenomena and this is not just the end of rumors, but rather its transformation into a story that will continue to be remembered not because of its truth, but because of its great impact on the public. Fire the most shocking cover. Narrative legacy lock phase. Moon Jae-young and Cha Eun-woo issue officially becomes eternal story in public when all the phases have already been passed. Finally, this story reaches its final form. Narrative legacy lock phase, the phase in which a rumor no longer develops, but snaps as a story that will continue to be remembered for a long time. Collision no longer news, but reference what's happening now. This story began to be used as an example in public discussions, often reappointed when there are similar cases, and so the reference of how rumors can magnify. It's a lesson learned. A lesson learned. Brain netizen. It will be remembered for a long time. Comments start like, this is going to be an example. I'll never forget how small it was in the beginning. This is one of the longest rumors of his journey. Magnifying glass tilted left. Long-term effects are obvious impact. Moon Jae-young and Cha Eun-woo's names remain frequently linked. Every new moment can trigger old memories, and this difficult story is completely lost. Warning: the story won't really be finished because already ingrained in public memory, has a long and dramatic plot, and involves two popular figures. Backhand index pointing right, keep him alive. Hourglass not done. Final situationo new developments. No additional evidence, but the story persists. Direct hit conclusion. Narrative legacy lock phase: backhand index pointing right that some rumors do not end, they just change shape into stories that continue to be remembered. For Moon Jae-young and Cha Eun-woo, this is not just the end of an issue, but rather the beginning of a new status, as part of a legendary story in the entertainment world that will continue to resurface in various forms in the future. Fire last epilogue. Cultural echo phase. Moon Jae-young and Cha Eun-woo's story continues to resonate in pop culture despite the absence of new developments. This story did not completely disappear, it turned into a constantly emerging echo. Cultural echo phase, the phase in which an issue remains alive as a pop culture reference, reappearing in small forms at various moments. Collision echoes that keep appearing. What's happening now? Some of the old videos have gone viral again. Small discussions arise when there is a new event and their names are again associated spontaneously. It's not a new issue, it's an old one. It's like a flashback. Public reaction. Remember what happened first? It used to be so hot. It's a nostalgic old rumor. Magnifying glass tilted left. New form of story. The story now appears as re-content material, repost, edit, thread, casual discussion, not heated debate. References in the discussion of other rumors. Backhand index pointing right change from hot to light. No longer bothered, but still the difference. Does not spark major controversy. Not pressuring related parties, but still live in the background. Hourglass not done. Final situation issue is actively resolved. It still passively and appear occasionally unexpectedly. Direct hit conclusion. Cultural echo phase shows backhand index pointing right that some stories never really disappear. They just become part of the public's collective memory. For Moon Jae-young and Cha Eun-woo, this story is no longer a rumor, rather, it is an echo that will continue to emerge from time to time, reminding the public of a phase of excitement that once took place. Fire absolute cover. Full circle phase. The story of Moon Jae-young and Cha Eun-woo returns to square one after going through all the phases: excitement, speculation, conflict to reflection. This story has finally come full circle. Full circle phase, a phase in which everything returns to the beginning. A small moment that once seemed simple. Collision from a small thing to a big phenomenon, then a simple return if pulled to the beginning. It all started with a lookalike at a concert, growing into a big rumor, then turned into a public phenomenon, and now it's back to normal. Backhand index pointing right, full journey, but ended modestly. Brain netizen. It turned out to be that simple at first. Public reaction now. Come to think of it, it was really small at first. We made up the story. Now it feels normal. Magnifying glass tilted left, visible lessons. The public began to realize how rumors can grow fast, how perception can shape a story, and how everything finally subsided. The story goes on, but it's not the same. The difference now no longer trigger big emotions. It's no longer a hot topic, but still remembered as an experience. Hourglass not done. Final situaciono activisus, no public pressure, and everything is back to normal. Direct hit conclusion. The full circle phase, backhand index pointing right, that big stories often come from little things, and finally back to that point for Moon Jae-young and Cha Eun-woo. This is the real end, not with a big answer, but with the realization that not everything that goes viral is reality, and not everything that feels big will stay big forever. Fire innermost. Last chapter. Closure without answer phase. Story and ending without a definite answer. After everything returned to normal, there was one thing left, and it was precisely it that was most interesting. Closure without answer phase, a phase in which the story is completely finished, but without ever giving a clear answer. Collision, no confirmation, no unequivocal refutation. In the end, there has never been conclusive evidence. No statement really closes it all, and there is no long-awaited moment of truth. Backhand index pointing right. The story is finished, but without certainty. Brain netizens. We will never know. The public reaction is now more accepting. Maybe we don't need to know. Not everything has to be explained. Let it be a little mystery. The mystery of attraction, precisely because it is not clear. This story feels more interesting, easier to remember, and have room to interpret each. It's not about right or wrong anymore at this point. It doesn't matter who is right, it doesn't matter if it's real. What matters is the course of the story. Hourglass not done. Final situaciono activisus, no big debate. Just a little curious aftertaste. Direct hit conclusion. Closure without answer phase, backhand index pointing right, that some stories don't need an answer to be considered finished for, and this is the real ending, not with certainty except for the mystery that remains. And that is precisely what makes this story stay alive, even when it's over. Fire deepest epilogue. Silent acceptance phase. Public finally accepts Moon Jae-young and Cha Eun-woo's story as it is after all the long phases. From splashy to mystery, the story really enters its quietest point. Silent acceptance phase, a phase in which the public no longer seeks answers, but accepts that not everything needs to be explained. Collision from curious, so acceptance that changes now. Curiosity is no longer urgent. The public no longer forces conclusions, and stories are welcome as part of the journey. Backhand index pointing right, not finished because it is obvious, but because it is accepted. Brain netizen. Let it be so. Comments that appear are now simple. Not everything has to be revealed. The important thing is that they are. Okay, this is just a small part of their story. Focus back on the real thing. Public attention now. Return to real work and activity. No more speculation and more respect for the limits of privacy. The mystery is still there, but it doesn't bother me. What's left? Small curiosity, memories of old events, but without pressure or drama. Hourglass not done. Final situation, absolutely calm atmosphere, no big discussion, and the story stops naturally. Direct hit conclusion. The silent acceptance phase, backhand index pointing right, that the most peaceful